Alright friends, girls and boys, ladies and gentlemen, a very special good evening to one and all. Myself Shabnam and we welcome you all at the day 8 of our Python series and day 46 or 48 of our full stack web development series. Alright, fine. Okay, let's have a quick recap of what we have learned the class last time. Meanwhile, please acknowledge us in the chat section. Audibility, visibility, all clear or not? Fine. Good evening Rakesh, good evening Nisha, and good evening everyone else also. Good. We were talking about the collection data type list in Python. List is a data type or a collection data type that can store or hold more than one data value in the memory. It can store data inside of more than one data type as well. We can even join two lists, that's called as concatenation. We can remove element from the list with the help of methods that is pop and remove. Is that okay? We can add new element in the list. One of the most popular method to add is append. And if you want to add any element at a particular position or an index number in between, the method is insert. Method means function. Is that okay? Fine. You can even delete the full list using del. You can just clear the elements of the list if you don't want to delete. Like an example I gave you, after I have done my payment, the cart, my shopping cart should be empty. It should not be deleted. So maybe cart.clear, not cart.delete or not deleting the entire it. Correct? Fine. Okay, so these were certain popular methods associated with the list. Other than that, we can also access element of the list using their index numbers. Index numbers that is either starting on a positive scale or on a negative scale. The default traversing of index numbers is always from left to right. If you change the direction by writing -1 or -2, so that means we can make it to travel right to left also, that is in a reverse order. Okay people, now two things to be spoken here. Number one, I hope you are also giving your hands on and doing regularly the assignment questions which we are sending. Although we are not asking you to submit anywhere these assignment, but that is important and useful for your practice. Okay, number two, please maintain the attendance standard. For certification criteria, we have been speaking very regularly and in a regular interval of time also. For the certification criteria, at least 75% of your attendance is necessary. Alright, and number two, the project submission. That project we will be talking at the end only, when we will be completing entire full stack. That is also necessary. Or Python, SQL, Django stack. Okay, fine. Okay, that's all as a part of the revision. People, let's quickly begin with the day today. Today we are going to do the collection data type number 2. That's called as a set. The better you understand list, better you understand set and the upcoming dictionaries and tuple, that easy it becomes in the projects as well as in the future application to code the data and build data type in the memory. I hope you got my point. Fine, so sets. Let's see what is a set. It again like a list or like an array. Those who understand array here. Like list or like array, sets in Python can also store more than one data item. That's the reason it is called as a collection data type. Okay, this is how I have defined it here. Just let me increase the size of this font. Fine. Here we go. So set, it's a collection of item. Those who have remembered the way we have learned or studied or performed some set operation during our school days in algebra, people. Am I? So set, nothing but a collection of unordered, unindexed and distinct element. Now what is unordered and unindexed? I'll tell you practically. Yaad rakhiye, distinct element means always a unique element. That means once you have inserted the number 1 in a set, you cannot insert second time. You cannot expect your set to store the same element multiple times. That means duplicate values. Okay, and if it does it, if it accepts it, then how does it look? क्या करता है वो practically देखेंगे. So set is a collection of data but unordered and unindexed, as well as it stores only distinct, that means unique element. This is how the collection data type set differ from list. Alright, this is how it differ from list. So let's see practically how to create a set. What is the meaning of unordered, unindexed and distinct as per the definition of the set. But before that, let me put the agenda of the day today to let you know what are we going to study under set. Okay, that will keep you also mentally prepared. One more point of advice, please do attend the classes with notebooks and pens in your hand. Okay, just do not watch the lectures as if we are enjoying a movie. That makes a difference. Okay, once written cannot be easily forgotten. Okay, so here we go. Okay, that is first of all, what is a set? A collection data type, as I told you. When someone say collection, means it stores more than one data item or data value. Okay, then how to create a set, how to get length of the set, the way we get length of the list and a string. Say Mumbai is a string, length of Mumbai will return me 6. I hope you got my point. India is a string, length of India is 5. Asia is a string, length of Asia is 4. So similarly, even set has got its own length. How to check the length? Good evening everyone, please. Good evening, your messages I'm continuously reading. Then how to access elements from the set. How to check an item exists in the set or not. How to add a new item to the set. How to remove an item from the set. How to clear a set. How to delete a set. How to convert a list to the set. Why to convert is altogether a different question, but how to convert list into set. How to join two sets. The way we have joined two lists, if you have remembered, using concatenation. How to find what are the common elements between two sets, that means intersection. We'll see the set operations, that is superset, subset, difference between the set, symmetric difference between the set, and so on. Okay, joining set, second last point I would like to remove because we have already written it up, by mistake written 2 times. And at the end, if time permit, I'll discuss the exercise question or I will straight away forward to you on the group. Okay, fine. So here we go. This is my Visual Studio Code already open. I'm working in a py file, that is day8.py. A simple message to test everything is going on fine or not. So this is how it shows me. Fine. Okay people, so here we start from. Make sure that you are having 100% focus on the screen. If anything not understood, please write to me in the chat section. Okay, fine. If this is a list, people, B is a set. So this is my important point number 1. Remember, collection data type set in Python is constructed, that means declared or created inside curly bracket. Sets are not created in a square bracket. If you give the notation of square bracket, that means the type of that variable, data type of that variable will automatically be considered as a list. But if you want B not to be a list of item but a set of item, the two sentences are different people. Yaad rakhiye. List of item and a set of item. Sets of item and a list of item. Alright, in English it might be same, but for Python these two sentences have different meaning. We'll see them one by one practically how. So a set of item is always declared inside the curly bracket. Fine, we all have learned this point, never to forget throughout the IT career. Understood? हमने पूरा full stack career में कभी ना भूलने के लिए बात आज सीखा. Sets are always created in the curly bracket. Fine, so I write like this: 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Okay, let me execute my list, let me execute my set. How am I executing? I am just keeping my cursor on the line to be executed and control enter or shift enter. Alright, both works. Where to use list and where to use. Okay Raji, I'll come to your point. The question you are asking actually is too early. Okay, in fact that is one of the objective of the class today. How to decide. My friend, see what Raji Guru is asking, that भाई कभी यूज करे set, कब यूज करे list. That is in fact one of the objective of the class today. So let me go in coding 2, 3, 4 more steps ahead. In fact, you will automatically be able to answer. Clear? Okay, so keep the question unanswered with yourself and myself. We'll see that shortly. Okay, so if I say print A, here we go, A is printed but as a list. And I say print B, here we go again. Here we go again, B is listed but as a set. Is that okay? Now if I want to add one more element in A, hurry up, how to do that? A dot append or A dot insert, correct? I want to add 6, the 6 got added. Again print A, it shows 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One more time add 6 in A. Okay, so you see 6 has been added in A 2 times, correct? I hope you're understanding, right? Now if I want to add something in B, so I say B dot add. Understood? We don't have the function insert and append for set, people. Try to understand. To add a new element in a set, I'm writing here this point as a comment. In a set, the function is add. Clear? And not append or insert. Insert. Clear? Fine. So let's see, I want to add 6 to B and I want to print what is B right now. So the code is already here. Let me execute this code. Okay, so 6 has been newly added into the set B, correct? I try to add 6 again in B and I try to display B. You see, although it did not show me error while adding, but it has not included that repeated element in the set itself, correct? Right? One more time I want to add 6, so I keep executing. You see how many times I'm running this code. B dot add 6, B dot add 6. But when I try to print 6 or print the set B, it has not accepted that. Understood? That means duplicate data is not allowed in the set. Right? So one way or one application of the set should be clear to you by now. If you think that you don't want to accept any duplicate data or redundant data in a column or in a variable or in a collection data type, better on a safe side declare it as a set. Right? For example, how about the contact number, people? I'm very sure 2 people will not have the same contact number. तो गलती से भी किसी का contact number दोबारा ना add हो जाए in the set or in a collection. Better declare it as a data type set. Are you understanding? Fine. What about the other information? Say my passport number. Yes, I think Shreyas has made it much easy for us. If our requirement is to add the unique elements only. Is there user ID, people? I know very well the user IDs are unique. My passport number, my driving license number, if you are belonging to the country India, maybe like your PAN card number or Aadhaar card number. Is that okay? And so all these information are very unique to the person or individual person. We better prefer to declare them as a set, as it guarantees it is not going to accept the duplicate data for 2 people. Is that okay? It is never going to accept the duplicate data for 2 people. What about blood group? If there are 10 students in a class and I want to store 10 students' blood group detail in a single variable, who will answer the question? There are 10 students in a class and I want to store the blood group detail of 10 people in a single variable. So the data type of that variable, should I consider as a list or should I consider as a set? आपके हिसाब से क्या होना चाहिए? Even you people are on a verge of becoming a full stack developer now. So should I consider that variable as a list or I should create it as a set? No, I won't code it unless you answer me. There are 10 students in a class and I want to store the blood group detail of the 10 people. Of course it should be a list, because it is possible and it is 100% possible 2 or more than 2 people will have the same blood group, like O positive, 7 of them are B positive. In this scenario, if you declare the element to be a set, of the set data type, you will unnecessarily put yourself into trouble. Correct? आप खुद अपने आप को मुश्किल में डाल बैठोगे ऐसे सिनेरियो में अगर आप उसे सेट डिक्लेयर करते हो. Right? So that means it should be considered as a no, my friend. Akila, how come set? It should be list. Alright, Shreyas, Bharat, Raji Guru, they have answered correct. It should be a list. Am I right? If you declare blood group a variable as a set, my friend, like this, look. Say blood group. Okay, blood group, if I declare it as a list, okay, fine. The first one I consider to be O positive. Second one I consider to be B negative. Then again B negative. So that's allowed. Am I right? Print blood group. Fingerprints may be in a set. Good. I'll come to your point, Bharat. I'll come to your point what you said. Alright, fine. So the blood group has been printed. Same thing if I declare it as a set now. Let me change the name of the variable. O positive, B negative, B negative. Let me declare this guy as a set. Hi, boys and girls, are you understanding? Blood group 1, this guy, let me declare it as a set. Print blood group 1. Blood group 1. What happened? Okay, I did not execute this code. Alright, I hope you understood. So B negative is 2 times inserted, but it has considered only one entry. I hope people are understanding here. Although you inserted 2 times, but the set took into account, took into counting, took into consideration only one entry. That's the identity of the set. It accepts only distinct element. Right? So this will not work for set, people. Blood group information, you can't expect me to store it in a set due to this reason. Yes, Bharat. Bharat says even fingerprints may be a set because fingerprint is a biometric. We understand biometric, correct? That's a biometric and everyone will have a distinct biometric. Maybe your fingerprint, maybe your iris detail, correct? Iris, people. Or maybe your face detection details and all. All these are considered to be biometric, can be considered as a set. Good, thank you. Right, so this is what is the meaning of set contains always distinct element. अब ये डेवलपर पर डिपेंड करता है टू डिसाइड व्हाट डेटा टाइप टू बी चोजन व्हेन. Understood? What data type to be chosen when? For example, I'm working for a hotel management system and I want to store the information of menu card in a variable. Now I know one item I sell only one in the cart, correct? Say pav bhaji. I hope you got my point. Pav bhaji or chole bhature or maybe some kind of any other, say chai or say coffee. Alright, or maybe some kind of burger and pizzas and all. I know I'm not going to list pizza 2 times so that it by mistake also doesn't appear 2 times on the card. Let us declare it as a set of item but not the list of item, correct? Fine. So now you think from your point of view. Generate different examples in your mind. Force and brainstorm your mind. What should be adopted in what case? Is that okay? Fine. Okay. Now I know very well blood group is a list and I want to print O positive. That is the first element. How will I do that? Let me say print blood group of 0. That means element at index number 0, correct? That is O positive. Check only this line of code, people, what I am editing. Earlier I printed entire list. Now I am printing only a particular element of the list. Clear? Suppose I want to print B negative, that is the second element, but second element will have index number 1, correct? Those who have not attended our classes of indexing, please go to the last and second last lectures where we were talking about the list and strings, right or not? Okay, fine. So it says your blood group is B negative. Concept clear till here? The same thing I try to do here. So first of all I am printing the entire blood group. It has printed B negative, O positive. Okay, good. B of 1. Yes, Rajiguru. But I want to print only the first element of a set. People, I want to print first element of a set. You got it? So let me say 0. No, it says sorry, this is an error. The set is not subscriptable. Subscripts means these indices are called as subscripts, people. These index numbers are only called as subscripts. Got it? Sorry, I cannot show you element number 1. You want, you can print the whole set, but not a particular element of a set, because elements in sets don't have subscripts and index number to be accessed from. Understood? इस तरह आप access नहीं कर सकते हो. Now let me give you the reason why sets don't have the index number, because they are unordered. Okay, now what do you mean by unordered? See, look, sets are unordered. This point or this word I use in the definition of the set. Set is a collection of unordered elements, right? Now what do you mean by unordered? Say I create a set of animal, cat, dog, cow, buffalo. Okay, I execute and I print it. Print animal. I'm so sorry, it should be without quotes. Print animal. Fine. You see what it shows first: cow, dog, cat, and then buffalo. You understand? Now the reason why it shows the data in this order is actually nothing, so you don't have to break your head behind to understand the logic. Alphabetical order bhi nahi hai. Are you getting it? So it arranges the data randomly in any order, and it is right also. See, I wrote cat first, but it is showing cow. Yes, my friend, it is not. When it accepts unique element, I repeat one more time, when a data type or when a collection type accepts only unique element, so what difference does it make to say cat, dog, cow or cow, dog, cat? Understood? 3 animals, I say this way, cat, dog, cow or dog, cow and cat. क्या फर्क पड़ता है? It makes no difference. Because the data is going to be unique, it guarantees it appears one time, and therefore it is not ordered. And if it is not ordered, so it doesn't make any sense to subscript them, correct? Right? Fine. Whereas if it is a list, indexing makes a difference, people. Orders are different. The guy at index number 1 will always remain at index number 1. The guy at index number 10 will always remain at index number 10. And the fellow at index number 5 will never change the place or position unless we swap it, correct? Or we delete it or shift it. Right? So connect these 2 points, because the sets, people, are built not to be ordered. Sets do not contain the data as an ordered data. Therefore, it doesn't have any index number. Right? So this completes the meaning of the set, application of the set, when to use set, when to use a list. Alright, so number 1, set always contains the unique or distinct data. The 2 elements cannot be repeated or duplicated in a set, although it accepts, but it will never update the entry. बात समझ रहे आप? Although it accepts while adding, but it will not update the entry in the memory. Fine. Number 2, sets are always unordered. The way you insert the element and the way it shows up could be different, and it is always different. Because it is not ordered, it is never indexed. Is that okay? Fine. If any doubts so far, so let me know in the chat section. Insertion order is not preserved in sets, man. Yes, Shreyas, you're right. I read your comment now. Is that okay? Fine. So this is what we have done up until now. We learned set. We have learned how to create a set. Okay, these are my few teaching pointers here for the class today. Okay, let's see how to get a length of the set. Length of the set, people. So I want to find out the length of animal. Okay. So it says me 4. Right? Because the total elements here are 4. Okay, so let me see if I add one more. Animal.add. Let me say a new animal here is let me say giraffe. Okay, and now I print the length of the animal. Thank you everyone. Thank you for that comment. Okay, so the new length has been updated from 4 to 5 because a new entry has been added. Is that okay? Fine. Okay. All right. Let me show you one more thing. Update zebra, say wild dog, and animal, length of animal. Okay, I think that has created an error. This was my mistake. Wait, 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, just let me get rid of it, please. 1 2. So after adding giraffe, length of the animal set was 5, correct? I hope there was no doubt till here. After adding giraffe, there were already 4 animals in the set. After adding giraffe, the length became 5. But if you want to add more than one element, make sure you are adding it as a list. And the function is not add people, it is update. Understood? Add element can accept only one argument at a time. I repeat, add can add only one element at a time. But if you want to add multiple elements together, make sure number 1 you are using the update function and not add. Number 2, you are adding those multiple elements as a list. So after updating it with zebra and wild dog, you see now the length of the animal has become 7. Print it once. So here we go. Okay, cow, giraffe, zebra, wild dog, dog, cat and buffalo. Right? Hoping you are understanding till now. Fine, now I realize, no my friend, I don't want the wild dog. तो गलती से insert हो गया, नहीं चाहिए. So I simply say animal dot remove people, animal dot remove, and the name of the element which you want to remove, because there is no index numbers here. Correct? So I say wild dog, execute this, print the set again. You find wild dog nowhere here. Check the length. Okay, so the length is 6. Akhil, I'll come to your question in some time, whether set is mutable or it is immutable. I hope you got my point. Is it right? Fine. By nature, it is immutable, but we can still make some changes in the set. I'll show you how that. Is that okay? Fine. Alright, so this is a wild dog which has been removed. Fine. Now, Akhila's question, people, is a set mutable or immutable? Actually, mutability means what, you know? You should be able to add, you should be able to delete, and you should also be able to update. So you can see the set is actually mutable. I am adding new elements, correct? I am able to delete already existing elements, means it is allowing me. Add, delete, update allow karta hai means it is changeable, mutable, updatable, editable. But if these 3 primary operations are blocked, suspended, not allowed, that means it is immutable. Right? So out of these 3, add, delete, update, we were successfully able to add a new element. That means set is mutable. We were successfully able to delete an element using remove function. That means it is again allowing me to change itself. Update means what, you know? Suppose I don't wanted the word buffalo here. It was bullock. Understood? By mistake I wrote buffalo. Actually I wanted to write bullock. Now I cannot change this buffalo ka spelling to bullock. Only one way you can update is delete buffalo and insert bullock. Are you getting my point here? So the definition of updating a set goes like this. There is no function here how you can change it. You understood? Fine. So what can I do is animal dot remove people, animal dot remove buffalo. Okay. Check whether it has been removed or not. Print animal again. Print animal again. Right. So there's no buffalo here. Again animal dot add as bullock. Okay, fine. Again print animal again, either print the set or check the length of the set. So it's here, right? So this is the only one way how you can edit existing element of the set, right? Otherwise, like list, it won't allow you. Index number 0 is equals to, reassignment is not possible in set. So we call it as a partially mutable object. I hope people are understanding here. It's like a partially mutable, but conclusion, I will say yes, you are allowed to get the elements in the set changed, right? Not by directly updating it, but by indirectly using this add remove functionalities. Please acknowledge to me in the chat section, is that question answered or not about the mutability. It's not only to Akila but to everyone. That was in fact a very important point about the set to be discussed, right? People, something is mutable means what? It is editable. And what defines an object as editable? What defines something? We should be able to add element into it, delete an element from it. In a collection data type, we should be able to edit the element itself. Although we can add, we can delete, but we cannot edit an individual element. You just have to swap it by deleting and adding a new one. Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Alright, fine. Okay, sometimes you will find pop works here, but I would request you to avoid pop. You may be confused otherwise. What exactly it deletes? See, it deleted Bullock this time. You understood? So consider this as a misbehavior. Ideally, pop always deletes the last element, but there is no index number here, so it is itself confused to understand by last element kaun hai. -1 people, there is no last element here. There are no indexes and subscripts here. So for me, Bullock got deleted. Maybe for you, Wild Dog would get deleted. Maybe for somebody, Zebra would get deleted. So we won't consider pop as a function to delete an element for a set. Understood? So even though it works, but we as a programmer, we prefer to stick to remove. Okay, in update the argument is a list. Yes, Shreyas, please. Right? Answer to Shreyas, ma'am, is there a way to change sets into list? You want to say like this. So if this is a set animal, okay, animal, let me check the type of it. Okay, animal. Okay, so the data type of animal is a set. Okay, let me take okay. I hope, Bharat, your question is getting answered. I'm working for you, see? I'm working for you. Bharat, check the lines of code from here. Our friend Bharat is asking here, is there any way to change a set into a list? Yes, of course. Is it okay? Because we can perform all the operations of the list while maintaining unique elements. Yes, fine, correct. Correct, but then if you reconvert it back to set, the repeating elements would be removed. You understood? Correct. I think Raji Guru has made it one much clear. That's a typecasting. Type means data type casting. Is that okay? So if animal is a set, check. I check the data type of animal first. It's a set. Typecast it into list, and I'm storing in some other variable, say x. So when I print x, it's no more a set. It's enclosed in square bracket. Means it is a list right now. ये तो भैया भी list हो गया. And you check the data type of x. So that means it is a list. Correct? So now if I try to add one more element, boys and girls, x dot append, again dog, print x. So you see dog here comes 2 times, right? Dog abhi 2 बार आ सका because this is not a set, it's a list. But then when you again try to convert, say let me take y and let me convert x into set, print y, No, but the dog is not shown 2 times there, it's out. You understood, Bharat? Fine, so even if I do some list operations here, but only those will be considered back into set which follows its rule, correct? Right? Only those which sticks to the rules of set will be considered while reconverting it back to set. I think everyone it is clear. I converted first a set into list, then I did some list kind of operation and then reconverted back to set. Yes, thank you. Okay, in fact that was also one of our agenda of the class today. If you could see here, where am I? Converting list to set. Understood? List to set, but we did both vice versa also, set to list also. Hoping you understand it. Correct? Fine. ठीक है. So if I want to delete an entire set, say I realize भाई y का भी तो कोई ज़रूरत ही नहीं है. Y is a set, correct? I don't want y. So you just use the command del y. Okay. Y. And you try to print y again. Sorry, it is not defined, means it's not found. You remembered in a set we also can do after this a particular element. But once again to come to the same point, because sets don't have any index numbers, you can't do this. And to delete an individual element from the set, you have to use your remove function only. Alright, fine. So this is another functionality of the set here. How to delete a set. Okay, let me get that set back. I just executed this line 2 lines, 32 and line number 33 again. I got my set y again, and instead of deleting this entire set, let me try to empty the set. Okay, let me try to empty the set. So I don't write del y, that is delete y, but empty y. So it is going to flush all the data inside the cell. Okay, now if you try to print y, okay, keep your eyes on my cursor, people. You will come to know which current line I am executing. Got it? Fine. So it says, sorry, this set is an empty set. That means the entire set is not deleted, but there is no data in the set. It has been cleared out, emptied or flushed out. Is that okay? Fine. And you know well now in what scenarios or in what cases we prefer not to delete the entire collection type, but just emptying it. Is that clear? Fine. Chaliye. So moving on to the next part, we know how to check the length. Okay, let's see how to access a particular element in a set. Fine. Say, let me come back to the set which is animal. So let me say print animal again. So the set is here. Now one thing is very clear up so far from the explanations and definitions, that sets have no index. Am I right? So I cannot access any element using the index number. So how to check whether a particular element exists in the set or not? Understood? How to check a particular element in the set exist or not, that is once again using membership operators. Okay, for those who don't understand membership operators, please go back to our tutorials on operators in Python. At the end of that class, we have seen membership operators and identity operators. Okay, membership operators in Python is in and not in. Okay, so let me see. Is cow in animal? Yes, true. Correct, true. So instead of cow, let me say fox. Fox in animal, sorry, it is not. Alright, fine. So this is how first of all we are checking whether the particular element is available or not. If it is available, that means it is going to be accessible. Alright, otherwise how to add an element in the set we know. The only difference is here I am considering the set fruit and there we have taken an example of the set animal. Alright, so if you want to add multiple elements, make use of the update function. People, we make use of update function. Bharat or somebody who asked me, I think Shreyas asked me, this is the answer to your question. Update takes element which is a list argument. Okay, so make sure that you're passing always argument to update as a list. You look, this is a list here, people. Alright, this is a list here. Right, one more interesting thing if you want to see. Okay, I'll show you later, otherwise you'll be confused here. Right, how to remove an element from a set. Although both works, pop also works and remove also work, but I still prefer you to work with remove and ignore pop. Right, ignore the use of pop. Pop works well, it fits well with the list or with all those who are an ordered date collection types. Good. Alright, we know how to clear an element from the set. We know how to delete a complete set. Girls and boys, we know how to delete a complete set using the command del. There is no way to delete a particular element from the set and index number with del. How to convert a list into set and back set to list, again we have seen using typecasting functions. This time let us see some pure set operations, people. Some very pure set operations, and two of the most common set operations that we all know, union as well as intersection. Okay, so let's quickly have a look at it. What is union of two set and what is an intersection of the two set? Right, so let me say these are my two sets. Set 1 is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Set 2, this is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Right? So if I write like this, set 1 union set 2. Okay, let me execute that. Let me execute this. Okay, it's okay. You want to write with print. I have written it without print. Okay, that means I want to show set 1 and set 2 ka union. Union is nothing but all the elements of set 1 and all the elements of set 2, but not repeating. Am I right? If you see, the union of the two sets will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now set 2 starts. So all the elements of set 1, all the elements of set 2. So all the elements of set 2 is what? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this is actually union of both the set. But because sets don't allow the repeating elements, this will be deleted. And the remainder is an outcome. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So all the elements of set 1, all the elements of set 2, that's a union, global. Instead of telling you global, let me say the entire collection. Right, but instead of printing union, this time I try to print intersection. Okay, fine. Intersection means, I hope many of you must be aware, those elements which are common between both the set. Am I right? Those elements who are common among both the set. So you see 4, 5, 6 and 4, 5, 6. This is common for both the set. It's common for both the set, people. Alright, so let me say set 1 intersection set 2. So that's 4, 5, 6. Alright, fine. This time, what are we doing, by the way? These are all set operations. Okay, and this comes in very handy in some of the intermediate project tasks. तो आपको ये सब याद रखना पड़ेगा. ठीक है? Let me see how this function difference works. Is set 1 dot difference set 2. Okay, set 2. This is almost equal to, say, people, set 1 minus set 2. Okay, that means all that is there in set 1 but not in set 2. I hope you got my point. Set 1 में जो है और set 2 में जो नहीं है, correct? So set 1 minus set 2, look what is the output here. Of course 1 2 3, right? Because what is there in set 1, 1 2 3 4 5 6 में से, and what is not there in set 2, 1 2 3 is not here, correct? Difference of set 1 and set 2, people. What's there in set 1 and not in set 2? 4 is there in set 2, 5 is there in set 2, 6 is there in set 2, but 1 2 and 3, these guys are not there in set 2, correct? So that's the difference. The output would be different if you say set 2 difference set 1. So this will be almost equal to say set 2 minus set 1, correct? How would you ask the question to yourself? Set 2 minus set 1 means all those elements who are there in set 2 but not in 1. So 4 is there in set 1, 5 is there in set 1, 6 is there in set 1, 7, 8, 9 is not there in set 1. Is it making changes in org set or returning new set? No, it is returning a new set, Shreyas. It's not making any changes in the original set. It's returning a new set. I'll show you how. First of all, let me run this. So set 2 minus set 1 ka difference is 7, 8, 9. Okay, fine. One of our friend is asking, is there any differences happening in the original set? Answer is no. It is actually returning a new set. You want, you can accept it. Say I accepted this output in set 3. And now I want to print set 3. So here we go. Is that okay? Shreyas, is it out clear now? Fine. So it's very clear. It's very clear from this execution that is not, if you try to print set 2 instead. Good. You try to print set 2. No, so set 2 is unchanged, भाई वो तो अपनी जगह पर वैसा का वैसा ही है. Is the same in its place. Only what it has returned got changed. Right. Fine. Correct. So these were some of the set operations. We saw union, we saw intersection. Okay, you can even check whether one set is a subset of other set or not. Right. So let me check like this. Set 1, is it a subset of set 2? Answer is false. Okay, so let me create those two sets like this. 1 2 3, or let me do like that. Facebook, Twitter, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Okay, let me call this as social medias. Okay, social media giants. Okay, let me call this one as e-commerce. People, this one as e-commerce. Let me say Amazon and eBay or Walmart, whatever. Is that okay? Fine. Let me call this one as portfolio. Say portfolio. Let me take only one element here. Say LinkedIn. Okay, like a job search and all. And let me say this one as IT companies. Here I have Facebook also. Here I have Amazon also. And here I have LinkedIn also. Is that clear? Fine. So but it is still not okay. Let me take all them all. I have no option. Twitter, Instagram, eBay. Correct. So IT companies is having the list of all those companies mentioned above in three differently classified list. So 1 2 3 and 4. Alright, now let me check. Social media giant dot is subset of IT companies. Alright, so it says me true. Am I right? You understand the subset, correct? That means all these elements, it shouldn't exclude even a single one of them, right? So all these elements you will find present in the IT companies. Therefore it is a subset. ये क्वेश्चन आप उल्टा भी पूछ सकते थे, like is IT companies a superset of social media giants? Yes, again true, right? IT companies, is it a superset of a social media giant? Yes, it is true. But suppose guys, I remove Instagram from IT companies. If I remove Instagram and now I try to see, is a social media giant a subset of IT companies? Okay, it's still true because 1 minute, I think I did not run that. No, it's false. That's what I was surprised. It should be false. Why it was giving me true? The reason why, because after making changes on line number 57, I did not execute it. Alright, so now if I check, is a social media giant a subset of IT companies? No, sorry, false. Because IT companies has Facebook mentioned, Twitter mentioned, but Instagram is nowhere found. Correct? True. Correct, my friend. That's what. Alright, fine. So this is how we have another set operation here, is subset and is superset to be found out. Right? Hoping people are understanding the concepts here. Okay, fine. Okay, how to check the difference between the two sets we know. Fine. How to check the symmetric difference? Difference is different and a symmetric difference is different. If you want to check, look. So let me take these two sets again. Set 1 and set 2. People, set 1 and set 2. When I find the difference of set 1 with set 2, it says 1, 2, 3. Correct? People, difference. I told you set 1 dot difference set 2 means it is set 1 minus set 2. Correct? How to say all the things which is there in set 1 but not in set 2. So it's 1, 2, 3. Right? But instead of difference, if I check this time, symmetric difference. People, symmetric difference. Okay, symmetric. Could you figure out what is the difference between the two outputs, people? Could you tell me what is the difference between the two outputs? Difference told me this is different between set 1 and set 2. और अगर इसी को आप उल्टा करोगे, difference between set 2 and set 1, so that is 4, 5, 6, correct? I think, sorry, difference. Okay, difference. Let me write the code this way. Again, difference between set 1, set 2, 1, 2, 3. Difference between set 2, set 1. People, 7, 8, 9, correct? Because one thing is very clear, 4, 5, 6 is not a difference, people. That is intersection. So this will be excluded from both the outputs, right? So symmetric difference, it reads from both the ways. Come on, it will read the difference from both the way. You see, it's a combination of both. That means what's there in both the set and what's not there. Correct? What's there in both the sets and what's not there. Hoping you are understanding. So 1, 2, 3 and 7, 8, 9. So symmetric difference is a compound output this time. Is that okay? Fine. So this is how we define the symmetric difference. It means that it returns a set contains all items from both the set, except those items which are present in both the sets. Means those items which are common will be excluded and all those items who are uncommon will be included. Is it okay? Items which are common will be excluded because that is intersection, and all those items which are uncommon will be included. Hoping guys are understanding. Okay, give me 1 more minute before I could send you the attendance link. Okay, these are some of the assignment for the practice questions I have left it for you. These are level 1. Like find the length of the set IT companies. You have to create that set first. add a new company, say IBM, to it, insert multiple companies to it, multiple companies at a time, you will have to use the update function. Remove one of the companies, you will have to use the remove function. Okay, some of the level 2 functions or questions, like join the two sets. When I say A and B, you have to create the two sets. Okay, say create the two sets of two different cities, people. Say some cities in North India and some cities in the South India. So give the name as North India cities set A, South India cities set B. Join the sets, find intersection, find subset, disjoint sets. Okay, time permit, I'll teach you this tomorrow, or else you try on your own. Okay, join A with B and B with A. Try, how does it work? Find the symmetric difference and delete the sets finally. Is that okay? Yes, Akila, you can consider that way. Fine. It is absolutely opposite of intersection. So whatever is the negation of an output of intersection, that will be symmetric difference. Okay, fine. Alright. These are some level 3 questions. Something I have made here. Let me see you understand on your own or not. Say I am a teacher and I love to inspire and teach people. So you have to find out here how many unique words have been used in these sentences. Right? So I am a teacher. Teacher is unique. Maybe am is also unique. Inspire is unique. Love is unique. Teach and people are unique. Right? I is not a unique. And is not unique, and so on. So just see how will you find the different distinct elements from here. Alright, fine. That's all. The rest two of them, you try to do it on your own. Okay, fine. Shall be sending you this file soon after the class ends, and this is our attendance link. Is that okay? Fine. Let's have a quick recap of what we have learned today. We started from what is a set. It's a collection data type who keeps unordered, unindexed and distinct elements. We can create a set, we can remove element from the set using the remove function. We add new elements into the set using the add function. Although we cannot edit an element in the set, but we can always remove and add a new one. To add more than one element, we can make use of the update function. We can join the two sets using union function. We can find what are the common elements using intersection. Uncommon elements as defined by Akila. Uncommon element is what the symmetric difference shows us. Correct? Difference between the two sets can be found out using the difference function. Is subset and is superset is to find out respectively the two sets are subset of each other, or one is superset of the other one, and so on. Right? That's all for the class today. I'm here for another 1 minute to check into your doubts. First we split it up and then we can use the typecasting. Yeah, Bharat, you can do that. Try. Try to do it. Okay, let me not share the answer here. In case if tomorrow you are unable to do it, then I'll talk about it. Is that okay? Fine? Okay, goodbye. Take care. And people, attendance is mandatory. Make sure that you're attending in the classes and also writing the assignments. Okay, also solving the assignments back in your free time. Okay? Goodbye. Take care. See you back tomorrow once again at 5 p.m. tomorrow with the new topic, dictionaries and tuples in Python.